Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of New to Weeaboo. This is number 50 for June 30th, 2021. I'm Nemesis and I'm joined by Alcatraz.
Hello.
It's very hot.
It's very hot here in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, we're in the middle of the heat wave thing. We're still recording, but because AC is a wonderful thing.
For those that have it.
Yes, I managed to get AC recently, so yeah, it's a lot nicer than it would have been otherwise. It would have been like, nope, we're not doing this. Nope. What was it I saw? Let's see, there's something I saw that was like, oh, right, that's what it was. That was a big one. The anime news, yeah, I saw that caught my eye was Magia Records Season 2 new trailer announces July 31st premiere.
Nice.
Season 2 is premiering about a month from now, and third season revealed for the end of 2021.
Nice.
That's that's the spin-off.
Yeah, it's the spin-off.
Still waiting on something more firm for, the next movie the main thing, the one that most people actually care about.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're not here to talk about that stuff. We're actually here to talk about different set of girls, I guess, in a different set of circumstances. Princess Principal, again, because the new movie came out semi-recently. Princess Principal Crown Handler, the first of 6 movies that are going to come out.
Yep. Kind
of
short for movies, though.
Yeah, it's kind of short. It's actually more or less 2 episodes. And yeah, so it's like 2 episodes, 6 movies. Adds up to 12 episodes.
Sounds like a weird way to do a normal series.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. I think it's probably because they're rather than having multiple two-parters, just one movie, so to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Crown Handler, this is, pretty much continues more or less shortly after the original anime series left off. Let's see, things are going kind of bad. Someone tried to assassinate the queen, all that stuff.
Yep.
Still being spies though. But yeah, so in this one, the Duke of Normandy, one of the main bad guys of the series, is trying to crack down on a bunch of the spies and whatnot because Queen was almost killed, and so there's worries that there's a double agent. So the team we know, Angie, Charlotte, Dorothy, Beatrice, and Chise have been tasked with rooting out the double agent and seeing if they are a double agent and all that stuff. Turns out the potential double agent is actually the Grand Chamberlain.
Yep.
Someone who both Angie and Charlotte know.
Yep.
Because
he took care of them.
Yeah, he took care of them, and even after the switch, although at some point he figured it out somehow that they switched places. He's really cagey about that too.
Yeah.
Anyway, which way he seems to be running circles around them until they kind of get the drop, kind of able to trap him, and then because sentimental reasons, they decide to go ahead and let him leave, despite the fact he is clearly a double agent. Give him a way out, and he then winds up dead anyway.
Mysterious figure takes him out.
It's you. That sort of thing, and then nothing, and then that's pretty much seems to be the kind of the setup for the next set of movies stuff, which is there's something more going on, of course there is, because it's spies.
Totally spies.
No, not totally spies. It's a whole different thing, which tries to look like anime, isn't actually anime. Some plays actually better than you think it would be, but yeah, which way, regardless.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, continuation of Princess Principal. The first of 6. Definitely enjoyed it. Once again, hits very much most of the same strengths the series does.
Yeah.
Great music, great visuals. I think a very interesting premise and everything. One big thing is definitely Angie's voice actors and new voice actors because, it's just I believe the original VA has retired because of health reasons.
Right. The new VA, I think, did a pretty good job, though. So
what was it? Let's see.
Definitely fit the character.
June 29th, 2018, her management announced that she would retire from voice acting due to poor health. Wow. This is actually one of her last roles, too.
Oh, dang.
Was Princess Principal and something Tekonomi and a video game. Big thing, it's this one is it's like one case overall, I guess, just a more or less extended length thing. It very much feels like just an extra long episode because it kind of is an extra long episode.
Yeah, that was kind of how I felt after watching this. It was very good. I enjoyed it, and it's like it's very self-contained, while it connects to a larger overarching plot.
Yep.
But it is still self-contained. It's so like, okay, I guess they
still one of those
call it
things,
a
like,
movie, but
really
it's also
yeah.
Does
it really have to be a movie?
I don't think it did.
Yeah, it's one of those weird things. It's kind of an odd choice to make.
Yeah, it feels kind of weird that they chose to do 6 movies, because now that means we get this separation and delay between the two.
Mm-hmm.
Because I really want to know what's going to happen now. What's going on? They're building up this lore and world even more, and
like the story.
Yeah,
what's going on? Like, yeah, the Duke himself is like talking about there's more enemies than just the Commonwealth and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, Berlin and oh,
here's a list of all of it. It's like,
this is literally everyone else in the world.
If everyone is your enemy, you might want to take a look at yourself.
Yeah. So that's the whole thing. It's called Crown Handler, but I believe it's just the whole set of movies is called Crown Handlers. This is just movie 1.
Yeah.
Chapter 1, essentially, they call it.
Yeah. Basically, it's the subtitles for season 2. Even though it's movies, or not 2.
Yeah,
it's the subtitles for a new season. The Crown Handler is what I think it is.
Pretty much.
Crown Handler. Handler being basically the manager.
Yep.
Not someone who physically grabs the
Remember
crown.
when we talked about the series, that was when the first movie was supposed to come out, and then COVID messed all that up, so it took literally over a year for it to actually come out.
Yeah. COVID messed a lot of things up.
Yeah, but they are saying that the second movie will be coming out in the fall of this year, so we'll see how that works.
We shall. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, because I'm definitely very much interested, because it's I mean, there's some mysterious new guy who killed his Chamberlain. The Chamberlain was kind of in himself kind of an interesting character, because he's just an old guy he says he's just tired of lying.
Yep.
But the other thing is he just runs circles around the main characters here. He just like, yeah,
he's very, very
I'm better
good.
than you.
He's very good at what he does.
Yeah.
But he's not a braggart about it. It's one of those really cool. I like that character
cool old
type.
Guy.
Well, I like the character type who's someone who is really good, but is subtle about it.
Yeah.
Isn't, because you get a lot of those, like, yeah, they're really good and they flaunt it, which can be fun as well.
Mm-hmm.
But the more subtle, I don't need to prove it to you.
Yeah, that sort of thing. Yeah, so because he just drops the bomb on them that, like, yeah, I know you two switched.
Yep.
And they're because now I guess that's basically kind of his opening thing. Is just like, yeah, I'm way ahead of you. And it's just like they kind of like admit that, yeah, we're kind of at a disadvantage this entire time. He just has us cornered, essentially.
Yep, as they're trying to, and the whole time they're trying to get more information and kind of spy on him, and they don't get any good information, and it turns out he knew the whole time that they were doing it.
Kind of, you guys are sloppy. I can't believe that the control has fallen this far.
Yeah.
Ow. Yeah, it's just kind of an interesting thing. It's just like this is a super high position in the government and everything. I mean, he literally writes the Queen's speeches.
Yep.
And that was the thing, which turns out they kind of figure out, oh, he uses the speeches themselves to send signals to his...
Yep.
Like, oh.
To whoever he's working with.
Yeah. And they're able to mess with him by giving him fake orders and whatnot.
Yep.
Root him out. But then, like, yeah, the thing is, yep, both Angie and Charlotte have, of course, a sentimental bond. So, of course, they gotta...
He gave him a way out. It's like, yeah, you can't be in this position, but here's a way you can, not get caught and interrogated.
Yeah, it was very touching until, oh, crap, he's dead.
Yep.
Because, of course, he's dead. And,
of course... his last dying breath was not to say who it was who killed him. It's like,
just tell me who. I mean, he clearly recognized his killer.
Yep.
He clearly recognized whoever that guy was.
Yep. Why are you here?
No, bro.
It's you. Why are you here? And then, yep.
Yeah. So that's the thing. A lot of stuff like what makes it clear the Duke also knows that something's up, and
yeah, the whole chess thing. That was interesting how they used chess.
Yeah, lots of doublespeak there.
Oh, geez, the amount of doublespeak going on during that chess game. It was actually kind of cool. I like the execution.
Look, they made chess exciting.
I used to play a lot of chess. Okay, I was never like super good at it because it was like middle school and beginning of high school that I played chess, so I was never really formally trained or whatnot. But I enjoyed it, so don't diss chess. Chess is great.
But yeah, pretty much everyone returns, although it's like, yep, so Dorothy's still the really cool getaway driver, and she says, using her sword and blocking bullets because, that's always cool, even though it's completely nonsense.
Oh, it's complete nonsense.
But so cool.
But it's cool.
I mean, they did a really cool thing with the animation there with the shine of the sword and everything. And then early on when they had the big old chase scene in the beginning, where they're getting there's this bookseller in the beginning that you have to... He was arrested because he was selling books that were criticizing the crown, and it turns out a lot of those books were bought by people who were spies and whatnot.
Yep.
And he didn't know. But yeah, it doesn't matter if you know or not.
You're still selling books critical of the crown. They still weren't going to go after you anyway.
Mm. Yeah, that was a pretty cool little intro there, and then they had to use them later to get some more information so they could get the Chamberlain.
Yep, because Chamberlain was using those books and timing them with this for how to write the code in the speeches, and that's how they use it to decode.
Yeah, that was cool. That was the chasing of the double-decker bus and everything.
Of
course, the double-decker bus somehow going up on two wheels and not falling over.
Which is insane. Those things are so top-heavy.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was surprising. Dorothy's just that good of a driver, obviously.
That good of a driver. Of course, then she say in one of the other cars just doing a flip as she...
she say, like driving another car. And that was another thing.
Not paying attention.
And then just flips off the edge.
Hits a curb and just,
But that was right after the cool thing where Dorothy did this to slide a car off.
Yeah.
Ghosted that chaser.
Yeah. So again, just it's more
Princess Principal, which is always a good thing as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I don't think it fits right into what we've seen before. It's not like, I wouldn't say like they amped things up, but it's also not any worse.
No.
So it's...
I would say one thing they did amp up a bit was the animation. I think, from my memory, is a bit better than the first series.
Possible. It's my memory is garbage, and it's been a while since I watched it.
Some pretty impressive stuff, even including with the CG. Some of the CG stuff they did was actually also pretty impressive in my opinion.
Yeah, because there is a fair amount of CG, but most of the time you don't notice it.
Which is like the car chases and stuff, pretty much.
Yeah, the cars are most definitely CG.
But I would say there's definitely some pretty impressive animation. I'm pretty sure they kind of amp things up from the series. Oh, one thing I did actually just kind of realizing now, which is Beatrice didn't actually do much of anything in this.
Nope.
She just occasionally says, "Hey, no, you can't do that." And shut up, Beatrice. Okay.
Yeah, Beatrice was just there. She didn't get a chance to do anything, which is kind of sad.
Chisa got her cool moment. Dorothy got her cool moment. Angie and Charlotte got their cool moments, including the switching and then not switching and then the switching. And there's two Charlottes running around right now. And yeah.
Yep.
And then going, oh crap, we've been discovered. And all that. And they're still like, it looks like Charlotte actually kind of wants to tell her friends that, yes, we're actually switched a long time ago.
Yeah.
And Angie's still kind of, well, not surprisingly, kind of hesitant.
Yeah, Angie still's got that. It's still a real sore spot for her.
Angie does not trust.
She does not trust.
Even people who are close to her. She's the only person she trusts at all, Charlotte.
Trust no one, not even yourself.
Yeah. The one thing, of course, I like, still, remind you who these characters are. Like Dorothy, like one point, they're all drinking tea, and Dorothy's mixing brandy, and Beatrice's like, no, stop, you just make it into a cocktail. And then she says, like, well, why don't you just drink the brandy? Good idea.
Good idea.
Dorothy's still my favorite character.
Dorothy is great. They're all good characters.
Angie's great too, but yeah, Dorothy and Angie are the best characters.
Yeah, but you don't ship those two together because you have to ship Charlotte and Angie.
Well, I've seen people ship them together and did good job at it too.
Oh,
It's like one of those things, like to get the other, to make the ship work, you kind of have to kind of walk, kind of talk around the one that everyone is rooting for.
Because it's freaking canon.
Yeah, pretty much.
Those two, they just need a kiss already.
Oh yeah, another thing was a new OP. I'm guessing this is the OP is going to be for all the movies.
Potentially,
yeah. Really good visual there too. I love that OP. It's just, I don't think it's one of those things where it's like, it's one of those weird things where it's really great, but I still think the original OP is better just because, I don't know, maybe just one of those, because it was first, but
maybe
for me personally, I really like that, get across the wall and everything on the first, and the ED on this was also really nice. It's like almost like higher visual fidelity version of like the ED from the series, if you remember that, the kind of little cutesy paper cutout things.
Oh yeah,
it's like that, but like more detail.
Yeah.
RTX on.
Yeah. HD remaster RTX
which also made it very blatant because, oh look, there's Angie and Charlotte holding hands facing each other on a flowery hill. Oh look, a rainbow.
A big rainbow. It's totally not gay.
It's fine. Yeah, you guys, again, of course, this whole thing about the, they look almost identical, so is this a form of narcissism? Potentially.
Is that going to stop you?
Absolutely not. It's great. The thing is, because it was shorter than I was expecting it to be.
Yeah, because they market it as a movie, and you expect it to be feature length, and it's not.
A feature length movie is like 60 minutes plus, and this is shy of that at 54 minutes, and that's including credits and everything.
Yep.
It's not a long. It is more or less the length of 2 episodes.
Yep.
Roughly. So it's kind of, a little more than that. But yeah, it's still kind of weird that's how they handled things. And it's like, so yeah, I was expecting more. So this is going to probably be a short one, I think. It's already, I'm struggling already to find something to talk about that isn't, just like.
Yeah, I think the biggest takeaway from this first quote unquote movie is, it feels like it should have been part of a full series that was released as a series.
Yeah.
Because I would have loved, I would have loved to come see the whole thing at once and talk about. We probably will have to come back to it.
Oh, absolutely.
Once we get through all movies, we're definitely going to come back to this, and at least when we get through the 6th one, we'll talk about the whole thing.
Scheduling, we might not be able to get to the second one until like 2022, thanks to just scheduling, but we'll see.
Yeah. But yeah, this is definitely, it feels like an arc in a series, which it is, but I really feel the marking just makes it kind of weird as a movie.
Yeah, it
probably would have been best
weird.
just to stick to a standard 12 episodes.
Yeah. Well, again, this looks
but
like
it was still
one
really
of those
good.
weird things. Like they might not been able to do it because we have a little extra, but if we cut it up into like 13 episodes, it's gonna be paced weird.
Maybe
because if you cut, as it's like each episode has to be roughly 20 to 23 minutes episodes long. This was 54 minutes, so you do the math on that. It's like that means you have something in the neighborhood of like 10 extra minutes.
Yeah,
and yeah, you can if all the movies are like this long or something, whatever. I don't know. Maybe the future movies also might be longer. We don't know.
Maybe or shorter.
I doubt they'll be shorter.
I guess one thing that the marketing like movie, I doubt it'll be shorter, but it like you're bringing up. It does disconnect you from hard time requirements.
Yeah.
So
which might be that might be what it actually is.
You can have, I guess, quote unquote, episodes that don't have to fit cleanly in your 22 minutes.
Exactly.
Time slots like you would have to for an actual series. So that might be why they're doing it the way they're doing it.
Although you can get exceptions on that. Actually, notable one is Zombieland Saga's Revenge's finale was actually extra long. But that's exceptions, not, you can't just like, oh, every episode is going to be like 30 minutes. No, try again.
Yeah.
We got to put ads in.
Yeah, because that's the whole thing. It's got to have room. You have half an hour. You have a time slot of half an hour. You've got to fit your content in and a set of ads.
Mm-hmm.
And if you try and cut the ads out, very wealthy,
that means someone
people
is
get very upset.
Unless you pay quite a bit of money.
Yep. So you have to compensate for the loss of ad revenue.
Yep. That's the sort of thing. So yeah, it's like not surprising.
Which, like you mentioned, Zombieland Saga. I haven't seen it, but something that popular. can
Get away with it.
get away with it because it makes the other ads even if you don't cut them all out, sometimes you can, especially if it's like sponsored. But if you like remove only some of them, if it's popular enough that you can do that, because it makes those fewer slots actually more valuable, because you know there's going to be people watching.
Yep.
That's why Super Bowl ads are so freaking expensive.
Yeah.
Because you know people are watching, and now a lot of people just watch it for the ads because it's become its own thing.
Yeah. Movie sets up for the other 5 movies. I suspect they're all already kind of at least planned out mostly. Because, I mean...
probably they have at least a basic story arc for every one of them already planned before they even began.
If they don't already have the scripts written down and everything.
My curiosity is how it's going to go. Because this one seemed like a very standalone story that introduces and connects to an overarching plot. So I'm wondering if the next movies are going to be solely focused on the overarching plot, or if we're going to have more semi-standalone that also connect back to the plot.
I suspect it's going to be mostly semi-standalone, because that's kind of what you do.
Yeah, it's normally what you do.
The movies really need to... the only people who really get rid of it at this point right now is actually kind of Marvel, in a way.
Yeah, and they just have... because they have the momentum.
Yeah, at that point. They couldn't do that at the beginning, but now they can just you need to watch these other movies to understand anything that's happening in this movie.
Except for maybe in this one, maybe the last one will be different. It's one of those, like, maybe as you get further along, it starts to tie more to the last.
But the big overarching plot.
Yeah, the big overarching.
That sort of thing.
Yeah.
That would make sense. Yeah, each one needs to kind of be standalone. It needs to have a good beginning, middle, end, but also the breadcrumbs for what's going on in the larger picture.
So I wouldn't be surprised if like this and the next 4 are somewhat standalone that start adding more and more pieces, and then the 6th one will have the big reveal that ties them all together.
Where everything finally comes together, and of course more questions.
Yep,
because that's what you do, right?
And do we have another sequel hook for another series?
We'll find out.
We will find out, because it's not out yet.
We'll try to keep up with this as timely manner as possible, again, just because right now the schedule is all over the place again, because things were thrown out of whack. We might be, a bit late. This actually came out a bit ago, but things were already scheduled, so there you go.
Yep.
So I guess that's it. Again, shorter.
A little bit shorter. Kind of like the movie.
Yeah. Again, this is more that happens. Kind of what happens when we talk about something that's just a movie and not a whole series. We have less to talk about overall and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed. If you did, you can check us out on newtoweeaboo.libsyn.com. That's spelled LIBSYN. All episodes will be listed there as they come out, and also all the destinations will be listed there at the top, which include Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, and the unlisted one, which is Amazon Podcasts. You can search for New to Weeaboo and subscribe on any of those, and of course on the Libsyn site itself you can subscribe and keep up with new episodes as they come out. You can also contact us via email, newtoweeaboo@gmail.com, if you have any questions or comments or anime recommendations or whatever. Are you excited for more Princess Principal? Because I am. It's a good series. I'm still upset that the only figure out there is a really expensive statue of Angie. Like literally the only figure, and it's like $400+.
Yikes.
So yeah, that's one way to contact us. You can also follow us on Twitter or @newtoweeaboo if you want to keep up with us there. We'll tweet out stuff occasionally. Sometimes we're getting a little slow because other things occupy our minds or whatever. There's that. And there's our personal Twitters. I'm at Nemesis Prime 1, and he's at Alcatraz the 717 and an underscore at the end. I finally got some reviews done, although I'm not doing reviews now because it's just too hot. But
computers make rooms hot, and that's uncomfortable.
Studio lights make rooms hot.
That too.
So yeah, that's I've noticed that real quick, because I've tried to film reviews in the summer, and oh no, this ain't gonna work. There have been times I have to wait till way in the evening. But yeah. And that shall be it for this episode. Tune in next time with episode 51, where we kind of go back to the thing that started this all, which is Zombieland Saga Revenge.
Hey,
we're talking about that.
Yep.
And I am very excited. To watch it. Very excited to go into that one.
Yeah.
Especially since it just ended.
Yep. I'll finally get caught up on it.
Yep. So anyway, stay safe, stay COVID free. If you're in Pacific Northwest or anywhere else really hot, keep yourself cool, drink water, And we'll see you next time.
See ya.